There's a building near my house unlike any other. It's a restaurant/bar called the Corner Club with 2 Ks because it sits at a major intersection. It's really the last bastion of the former white trashedness of this part of town. I live in a neighborhood of fairly new homes and businesses built on an ancient white trash trailer park burial ground. If you go outside on a quiet night, sometimes you can hear their spirits calling out.
Hey, Mall! Get off the dang roof!
The rich people came in and banished all the trashies living here to other parts of town. To continue this cruel metaphor, the Corner Club is now their white trash reservation. It's a sad place set aside to preserve their once prominent way of life here. There are a lot of things offensive about the Corner Club to me. I mean, just look at it. It's like a 1980s spaceship got blown into a barn in a tornado and everyone just agreed to leave it that way. It's like Buzz Lightyear and Jessie from Toy Story got married and decided to smash their houses into one as a means of moving in together. I've seen more aesthetically pleasing architecture in the post-Katrina 9th Ward. There was recently a road rage related shooting at the Corner Club. Well, actually, it was just a stray bullet from an idiot. But secretly, I was a little disappointed that stray bullet didn't hit a propane tank and just burn the whole damn place down. A total loss of that establishment would probably raise property values in the area by quite the healthy percentage. But there's something more serious that fuels my hatred of the Corner Club even more. Something more objectively wrong. Something more consequential. Something more damaging to our social fabric, as Ross Ulbricht's judge might say. What is it? It's this. It's this fucking bullshit. Margarita apostrophe S for $5? Margaritas with an apostrophe. What in the fucking fuck is that? A contraction for margarita is? Margarita is $5? Or margarita is a person in possession of something? Margarita what? Margarita's lack of education? Margarita's illiteracy? I guess that's what. Maybe it's a contraction for Margarita has never read a book in her life? It's a plural fucking term. Plural terms don't get apostrophes. Unless, of course, the term is possessive or an abbreviation, but why would I expect you to understand the exception if you can't understand the rule? See, you might call me a badge-toting officer of the grammar, spelling, and syntax police. The GSS Gestapo, if you will. I was recently called out for it on the Schwanz's channel when one of his critics chastised him for, quote, revolting to insults, insisting, quote, intelligence does not promote extreme intelligence. I quoted those sentences, clarified if English is his preferred language, and if so, asked him how he expects to be taken seriously writing like that. He responded promptly asking why he'd want to be taken seriously, which was good. That clarifies things for me. I'm glad he wasn't trying to be taken seriously, apparently. Though his previous 50 comments suggested otherwise. My mistake. But that's really the central critique people have in ripping on the grammar police like me. Perhaps inartfully, they argue that critiquing one's spelling, grammar, or syntax is just an ad hominem. It's an attack on the person rather than the reasoning. To a small extent, I will grant that point, but I counter by asking how in the hell am I supposed to critique your reasoning when you are incapable of expressing your reasoning in a consumable way? Why is the burden on me to decipher your idiot hieroglyphics? The question it always leads me to is what in the hell are these people reading? I consider myself a reasonably capable writer and speaker because I've learned proper spelling, grammar, syntax, and presentation through reading material from intelligent minds. What are these fools reading that presents itself in such idiotic ways? And that's just it. They're not reading. They're not reading at all. They're not even watching. They're not even listening. They're not interacting with any intelligent mind whatsoever because if they were, they might learn something about how to present thoughts intelligently. So yeah, grammar offenders, my enforcement of the rules of language is at some level ad hominem. It attacks your presentation rather than your reasoning. I'd like to respond to your reasoning. I really would. You've just presented it in a way that makes it inaccessible. So make it accessible. Because I'm not able to revolt to meeting you for Margarita apostrophe S down at the Corner Club. We need to speak the same language. And sorry, I'm dead set in mine. This is America. We speak English. So you can speak English or you can get the fuck out. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this series. Always enjoy the thoughtful discussion below and on Twitter at Skag_3. We'd love to hear about your near-death experiences with the illiterate masses. So tell me a story. Okay, thanks. Bye.